lesson 20, which is lesson 20 in the book. We're going through Genesis with a fine tooth comb, word by word. Vayikach, vayikach, and he took. Vayikach, compare vayitang, vayipach. This is for vayilkach, vayilkach, but the lamed here is assimilated, l, giving us a double kuch instead. Vayikach, not vayilkach. The guttural het has patach. Vayannihehu, vayannihehu, and he caused to rest him. So va with the dagesh forte here is vav consecutive. Ehu is the pronoun suffix, third person masculine singular, pronominal suffix. The root is nuach, to rest. Nuach, and it's an irregular hifangil. Lengobda u leshomra. Notice here, closed syllable, unaccented, so it's o. Closed syllable, unaccented, so it's o. So lengobda u leshomra. The translation is to serve her and to keep her. Serve, keep. The inseparable prepositions are regular, the before le, because there's a schwa here, becomes u, ul, shomra. The final he here and here is a consonant, lengobda ul shomra. Notice here, under the ayin and the shin, as we pointed out before, if it were a, there would be a metig here, but there's no metig, so the syllable has no stress at all, and so it's a short vowel. Ulangobda uleshomra, and these of course are stressed syllables, and so they are ah and ah, so ob da shomra. Ah is a contraction of ah, and o is a contraction of this particular combination here. So these forms are kal, infinitives construct, as example meshol, and if they had no suffixes would read ngabod and shemor. But before the suffix, the o here is pushed backwards to the ngain and the shin and shortened to o. The syllables lengo and lisho are half open syllables, and the schwas under the bet and the mem are medial schwas. Va yetzav, va yetzav, and he commanded. Compare va yachal from kala, shortened from va yetzave, va yetzave, va yetzav. The pingel imperfect of tzava, he commanded. Dagesh forte here is omitted, and also here. However, the indication of the pingel is here, the patach, under the first radical. Tzava, in pingel, he commanded. Kala, in pingel, he finished. Achol, to eat or eating. achol. Kal, infinitive absolute of achal, he ate. The second vowel unchangeable. And compare this, with this, the form of the infinitive construct achol. Compare with mashol, the o there being changeable. Mashol, mashol. Shamor, shamor. Tochel, you shall eat. Tochel. T indicates the imperfect second person masculine singular, you. The root achal, you shall eat. Tochel. Compare this with vayomer, and he said, from Amar. Umengetz. Umengetz. Notice the revinga here. From tree of, and from tree of. The u here in front of the m. The e in front of the ghain. Tohal. A variant spelling of tohil. Mim minnu ki bayom, from him because in day of. Mim minnu ki bayom. Min reduplicated. Mi, so mimin. With who? This is the form here. Mim minnu. Mim minhu contracts to mim minnu, in which the he is assimilated backwards, and it's represented by a dagesh forte in the nun here. So this disappears, and this letter gets doubled to replace it. Mim minnu. There's a dagesh lene here in ki and in b, because here we have a disjunctive accent and here we have another one. So these words are separated by breaks, and so the vowel here doesn't run through to here, and this vowel does not run through to here. Achalcha. My apologies, this here is a closed unaccented syllable. Acholcha. Acholcha. So here we have cholcha. You're eating. Acholcha. The infinitive construct is achol. Achol. But before cha, achal, becoming acholcha. Compare this, the regular form ketol, the form before cha, ketol, the form before katl. Mot tamut. Mot tamut. Dying, you will die. It's a kal, infinitive absolute, and imperfect second person masculine singular of mut. Mot tamut. Heyot, being of. Heyot. Compare lasot, making of. The kal infinitive construct of haya, he was, translated as a verbal noun, haya. Under the guttural, he appears as a compound shva. Lebado. Lebado. To or in separation, his. So to or in his separation. לבדו. Le, preposition. Bad is the noun, or is the suffix. In this case, his. Engeselo. Engeselo. Now, notice here, this lamed is doubled. Engeselo. But it's a liquid sound, so it's not a clean break. I will make for him. Engeselo. Aleph indicates the first person singular root is ngasa, he made. Ngasa. And the Aleph here, first person singular. Engeselo. And O here is him. Lo, for him, or to him. The dagesh forte in the lamed here is conjunctive. Just as we saw here before. Ngosep peri. Ngosep peri. And here, because it's not a liquid sound, it's much more obviously that it's obvious in the pronunciation that it's doubled. Ngosep peri. But here it flows, and so you don't hear it so clearly. By yangas, ngose, asod, all from asa. Ngezder, ngezder, a help or a helper. Eben Gezer, Eben Gezer, Ebenezer. Ngeseb, Ngeseb, Ngeden, Ngeden. These are I-class sigillets, and the accents moved, and we have the ayin, and so the change in vowel. Kenegdo, kenegdo, as over against him. Kenegdo, kenegdo. Some observations. Verbs whose third radical, that's the third letter of the root, is a guttural, must have the patach for their stem vowel in the imperfect. The pingel imperfect can always be distinguished by the patach, or if the second radical is a guttural, kamat, which is under the first radical. The pingel imperfect may be distinguished by the patach, which is under the personal preformative. The nifngal imperfect may be distinguished by the dagesh forte in and the patach under the first radical. The o of the infinitive absolute is o unchangeable. The o of the infinitive construct is o and can be shortened to o. Or may be given to the first radical and then shortened to o.